Magglio Ordonez with his 8th home run of the year. In fact, every White Sox player in the lineup had at least one hit as Chicago beat Texas 5-2. Jamie Navarro scatters 4 hits in 8 innings, while it was disastrous for Rick Helling, who gave up 4 runs, 8 hits in 6 1/3. Royals looking to complete a 4-game sweep of the Twins. The story, Johnny Damon. He's going to take off second. Terry Steinbach, the throw to second. Joe Randa tries to steal home, and Randa beats the throw. Double steal. Nicely done. 2-0 KC. Did I mention Johnny Damon was the story? Top of the 7th, 2 out, 1 on. And Damon with a motion in motion off of LaTroy Hawkins, a 2-run home run. His 5th of the year for Damon. He had 4 hits in the game, and this one was easy for Kansas City, 8-4. Damon has 7 RBIs in his last 2 games. His hitting streak now at 14 games in AL Best. He hit .556 in this 4-game sweep of the Twins. Said Damon about this year's Royals, "This is the best team I played on." Damon is in his 5th season with Kansas City.
Nearly a month after his arrest in Tampa, Daryl Strawberry was officially charged Monday with cocaine possession and soliciting a prostitute. He will be arraigned May 26th. Strawberry is on what baseball calls administrative leave. During that time, he can't work out with the Yankees or any farm team pending the conclusion of baseball's investigation. Still to come on the show, the Blues rallied from 3-1 down to oust the Coyotes. Now have overcome a 2-0 hole to get back in the series against the Stars. Now Pavel Demitra turned around his playoffs shortly.
Surf's up at Old Navy. Old Navy board shorts.
Old Navy prices.
How low can they go?
Old Navy board shorts.
Old Navy board shorts.
Old Navy board shorts for the family, 1050 to 1950.
See you at Old Navy.
How long are they going to worship this guy?
Hey, we got Cy Young winners over here. Come on, Alice. Oh. Step into it.
Feel bigger?
Yeah.
Hi, Top.
Chicks dig the long ball.
Hey, have you guys seen Mark?
Don't you worry, little guys. I'll find you a happy home. Hey, Bearman, before you take this frost-brewed Coors Light, one of my little babies, I'll have to ask you a few questions. Huh? How often do you clean your home?
Just wanted a beer.
Of course you do. Do you have a good job?
I'm a surgeon, brain surgeon.
I won't be happy till all these beers have a good home. Bearman, there's a roof over your head.
Oh, skylight.
This is Carl Ravitch. If you didn't see baseball tonight on Monday, here's what you missed.
Background is, what the Padres say is that Leyris had told people that Maddox likes to put a little KY jelly underneath his tongue.
And I just tell myself to be aggressive in that situation. It was a good pitch. It was a fastball down and in, and I didn't hit it really, really good, but I hit it good enough to get out.
Over the course of the hour, we've kept you updated on this one. Montreal, Arizona, 6-6. Jay Bell in the bottom of the 9th inning turns around an Ayala fastball. Peter Gammons joins me 10:30 Eastern on Tuesday night. Among the stories we'll follow, the unique matchup between Bobby Jones and Bobby Jones.
Pittsburgh.
Pirates and the Astros, bottom of the 3rd, Pete Shurik against Derek Bell. Derek Bell, a .462 career hitter against Shurik, but he never hit a home run until now. 6th of the year, Astros take a 1-0 lead. Top of the 4th now, Mike Hampton was cruising. Adrian Brown sit on a potsy. The next batter, Pat Mears in the role of mouth. Hampton, 7 strikeouts, no walks in the game. Bottom 4, Shurik against Glenn Barker. A foul ball toward right. Brian Giles. Oh, Brian Giles getting it done. Reaching into the stands. That's worth another peek from an angle to see him climb, maybe. That's good enough. Nice play by Giles, top 5. Hampton facing Ed Sprague. Didn't always get strikeouts. Little sinker got a ground ball there. Sprague reached for it, 6-4-3. Astros turned 3 double plays. They blanked the Pirates 6-0. Hampton's first complete game and first shutout since he did it to the Mets in April of '98. He even went 1 for 3 at the dish to up his average to .286. Rockies beat the Mets 10-3. Henry Blanco had been firing blanks since 1997. Got his first homer since then. Todd Helton also went yard. Larry Walker got a hit to extend his streak to 14 games. The Mets have dropped 5 of 6.
The Blues hit the high note Monday night on Pavel Dimitra's overtime goal, lifting St. Louis back into their playoff series with Dallas. Amazingly, Monday night's overtime game for the Blues was their 5th of the playoffs in 10 games. That's not the only way these Blues have been battle-tested. 7 of those 10 games have been decided by 1 goal. With Monday night's hero, here's Steve Levy and Darren Pang.
Well, we have ourselves a series now in St. Louis. The Blues get right back in it with Game 4, a chance to tie it on home ice. Pavel Dimitra scored the game winner in overtime, and it was really a strange statistic coming in. All of your points had come in Blues losses. Now you finally score a playoff point and a win. I know you're thrilled. Your first ever overtime goal. Express your emotions.
Oh, I never been unhappy, and that's probably my biggest goal in my hockey career, and this is unbelievable feeling. Like I never scored overtime goal, and especially against Dallas, you know, and we got a full house and we got great fans, and this is just a great feeling.
You guys have shown that the ability to come back. You were down 2 games in the Phoenix series, down 2 games in this series. Now rally. Talk about that comeback mentality.
Oh, like, you know, like a game in Dallas, last game we lost in overtime, and that's just to build like confidence, because we scored 4 goals and we got a close game, and we just know like we got a chance to beat this team, and lately we playing great at home, and Fuhr play unbelievable, and that's what we need. Like everybody just work hard, and every 4 line just to, like working hard, and we just have to keep going, and you know, we just to show up like we can beat any team in the league.
Our thanks to Pavel Dimitra. I would say it's official that his goal-scoring slump is now over. The Blues right back in this series. We go back to you.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Well, you know, it has been said that Tiger Woods is at his best in match play. Will he meet his match this summer, and is Thousand Oaks misnamed? We'll put it together shortly.
Today's Sports Century Classic Moment is brought to you by Burger King.
Behind the net, the Sanderson, their 22-year-old sensation scores after 40 seconds of overtime. And the Bruins win the Stanley Cup.
Noel Picard, the defenseman, he kind of lifted me up, but I also jumped. So it was a combination of Noel lifting me and me jumping, because I did see the puck go in the net, and, you know, I knew it was over.
That was May 10th, 1970.
Kids' favorite characters from Teletubbies are now at Burger King. There's 6 beanbag finger puppets to collect in all. Get one in every tasty Kids Club hamburger meal you buy. Still just $1.99. And try a Teletubbies favorite, Tubby Custard from Jell-O, only at Burger King.
When you have it your way, it just tastes better.
Some probables in the American League. The Yankees going to send out Andy Pettitte, coming off his first victory of the year, to face Steve Sparks of the slumping Angels. Blue Jays have dropped 13 out of 17. They will be in KC on Tuesday. Kenny Rogers tries to follow up his best start of the season last Wednesday in Toronto. Rogers faces rookie Jeff Weaver in Detroit. Brad Radke, 2-0, 2.17 ERA in his last 4 starts. Radke and the Twins head to Tampa Bay.
Except for the show The Practice, who needs summer reruns when you can get an 18-hole battle between 2 of the greats of the game of golf? August 2nd, ABC Sports will televise the showdown at Sherwood. Tiger Woods against David Duval at Sherwood Country Club in Thousand Oaks, California. Said Tiger, it's a chance where David and I can compete head-to-head, beat each other's brains out, walk away and say it was great for the game of golf. Tiger forgetting to mention the $1.5 million purse, with $1.1 million of it going to the winner. That's not bad either. Coming up, something you may not know about how well the Heat and Knicks know each other. Stay tuned.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Circuit City. Answers in every department. Low prices all over the store.
Let's start with 33. 33 squared is 1089. In the year 1089, we had the Great Battle of Kugelmas. where the forces of Kugel were outnumbered 33-1. Their leader, Armand de Green, age 33. Armand prevailed by pushing boulders down a hill, crushing his enemies. He smote them with rolling rocks, if you will. History does not exist in a vacuum.
Circuit City's 50th anniversary sale is going on now. Stop by today and get a $100 bonus rebate on all desktop computer, monitor, and printer packages, and notebook computers, too. You'll save $250 on this Hewlett-Packard computer system. It includes a 15-inch monitor and Canon BubbleJet color printer, all for just $949.99 after mail-in rebates. Don't miss the savings in every department. It's Circuit City's 50th anniversary sale, going on now.
Raise you. Pontiac Excitement 400, Saturday at 7:30, NASCAR on ESPN. Did you know is brought to you by Dell. Direct computer solutions from the company that pioneered direct around the world. Be direct. Dell.
As we showed you earlier, the Miami Heat evening their first-round series with the Knicks following a 10-point win on Monday. Alonzo Mourning leading the way with 26 points.
This is the third consecutive year that the Knicks and Heat have battled in the playoffs. Knicks are familiar with such playoff familiarity. Did you know that the Knicks and the Bullets met in the postseason 6 consecutive seasons from 1969 to 1974? In those 6 years, the Knicks went to the finals 3 times, winning it twice, and the Bullets went to the finals once.
If you missed anything, don't worry about it. We're coming right back. Aren't we?
SportsCenter is a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, a part of the Go Network, go.com.
Now on SportsCenter.
Swinging a long drive to left field, way back down the line.
Nomar puts on a hitting display at Fenway, while Langford flashes some glove in St. Louis, and McGuire shows flashes of last year's form. The NBA playoffs heating up. Will the Knicks make it 2 in a row on South Beach, or would Zoe simply say once is enough? Could an underdog steal one on the road, or would the favorites take care of business? Would it be business as usual for the Stars, or would the Blues make them sing a different tune? Smoltzy puts his perfect record on the line in San Francisco, while the big unit hits the hill for the D-backs at home. Stay focused, because SportsCenter is next.
Hi there, glad to have you with us on SportsCenter. Always pleased to share the desk with Linda Cohn. I'm Rece Davis.
Ahead on the show, why the Detroit Red Wings could be without Stevie Y for Game 3, why the Detroit Pistons could use his offense, and why the Joey chants were alive and well at the Jake. But first, the long ball alive and well at Fenway.
It certainly was, Linda, and just what you'd expect for at least one of the teams. Only 2 teams in baseball that hit fewer home runs than the Red Sox, and it took their leading returning home run hitter from last year 78 at-bats to get his first dinger this season. In fact, with his league-leading 11 home runs, Ken Griffey Jr. had just 10 fewer than the entire Red Sox roster, and Jr. was up on Boston 2-1 in grand slams. The stage was set for the proverbial one-man wrecking crew. It's always set for Griffey, and always set for people facing Mariner pitching as well, giving up more home runs than anybody. Bottom one, Nomar with the bases loaded, and they are unloaded off the youngster Brett Hinchliffe. A grand slam puts Boston up 4-1. Bottom of the third is now 4-2 Red Sox. Nomar came into the game with just 2 home runs. I think we see the stroke that brought him 35 a year ago. Takes Hinchliffe out again. A 2-run shot, his second of the night, is 6-2, but he wasn't done.
Swinging a long drive to left field, way back down the line, and it is gone! A grand slam! Nomar Garciaparra with a grand slam, his second of the game. He becomes the 11th man in Major League history to hit 2 grand slams in 1 game.
And as he did it, he beat the Mariners by himself 10-4. His Red Sox teammates got a couple of extras, 12 for the final. Garciaparra, you heard he's the 11th player to hit 2 slams in a game. 3 of them are Red Sox. Rudy York and Jim Tabor the others. He is the first American League player to have 10 RBI in a game since 1975, matching the feat of yet another Red Sox star, Freddie Lynn. Garciaparra doubled his career high in RBI for a game. I guess so much for wondering where his power had gone.
Days like this, you enjoy them. I mean, I don't take them for granted, you know. I'm not say, oh yeah, I mean, they're nice and you enjoy them, and it's funny you'll enjoy them for just that night because you know you got to come back and get them tomorrow. And the way this game is, anything can happen the next day.
What a special player this kid is for Boston. You know, fortunately he's here. These people have a chance to watch him. But just the enthusiasm, certainly the skill, everything that goes combined with the makeup of the kid. It's really a special player.
Boy, they've been putting the grand into the grand old game over the last 2.5 weeks. Boston's Creighton Gubanik, his first big league hit was a granny. Griffey went in back-to-back games. Tatis did it in the same inning, and now Nomar's feet. Pitching anyone? Off to the NBA now, and 3 times in the regular season, the Kings made the Jazz work overtime, but Utah had barely clocked in for Game 1 of their series before the Jazz was well on its way to a 30-point win. From the days when the Kings were known as the Rochester Royals through the Reggie Mule King era in Kansas City, never had the King franchise been so thoroughly trounced in a playoff game. Not that there have been many opportunities, but there was an opportunity to atone in Game 2. The Jazz veterans emphasizing no letdowns. Chris Webber hoping to bounce back from a rather mediocre Game 1. First possession. Check out C-Webb in the spot shot. Are you going to see Stockton come off that UCLA cut, and Webber just makes him pay. Annihilates Stockton. Flagrant foul. John stayed down for a while. He usually bounces up. You don't see that much. The tone had been set. Kings moving it inside. C-Webb following Big Nasty's missed 11 in the first quarter for Webber. Had just 14 in Game 1. Kings by 7. This time Webber drills Stockton again, and it's totally legal. Who says we never show screens? Then the mailman and Vlade pushing and shoving. Kings not backing down from the tough Jazz, but nobody put a body on Shannon Anderson. Thank you very much. Big Jazz rally in the second quarter. They were up by 2 at the break. Third quarter, Kings running. Jason all behind the back to Webber, who finds Big Nasty. Kings by a deuce after 3. In the fourth quarter, John Barry off the bench. See the 3, B the 3. A dozen for Barry. The lead is 10 for Sacramento. But Kings, tense moment. Ostertag so good in Game 1. Hammers Webber as he comes inside. A sore back giving C-Webb some trouble. Webber would stay in the game. He's an NBA player. Boy, is he ever. The jump hook off the window over Carl. Kings up by 8. After a Stockton triple, cut it back to 6. Webber working on mailman again and taking him down with a hook again. 20 points for Webber. The Kings feeling it as well they should be. 101-90. The final, Sacramento has evened the series at a game apiece. The Kings, the second worst scoring defense in the league, held the league's second best shooting team to 39.8% from the floor. D-Bot's totally outplayed by Ostertag in Game 1. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 8 dimes this time. Webber set the tone on that first play. The clutch baskets. It gave Sacramento its first playoff win in more than 3 years, but Jerry Sloan not pleased with his club's effort.
I really felt like we were going with the idea we're going to try to stop them. There was too many hustle plays they got. And then when we did a couple of hustle plays, we couldn't get rid of it quick enough. Bring the basketball back out and do what we're supposed to do. But everybody had to show that we got to get a shot off. And unfortunately, we missed it. Never made them play any defense.
In the beginning, we set a tone that, we're not going to give up. Play with them 48 minutes. Chris had a, huge game, especially in the fourth quarter when he took over the game. It's the first step. We got 2 more.
Well, in the opener against the Suns, also out west, the Blazers looked like the team that exploded out of the regular season gate. Could Phoenix rise from the Game 1 ashes? We promised a trip to the Rose Garden a little later.
Coming off their blowout victory in Game 1, the Knicks were sure of one thing heading into Game 2. The effort put forth by Miami Saturday would look nothing like the effort Monday night. Can you even fathom Tim Hardaway, Terry Porter, and Dan Marley combining to go 4 for 29 again? And for you history buffs, the winner of Game 1 in the 2 previous playoff series between the Knicks and the Heat ended up losing the series. To Miami we go. Alonzo Mourning trying to get that winning feeling again. Could Tim Hardaway be ineffective again? First quarter, Zoe taking charge. Mourning blowing by the hobbling Patrick Ewing. Zoe 10 of 16 from the field. Mourning just getting started. Latrell Sprewell forgetting he had teammates. Looking for the monster two-handed jam. No way. Mourning with one of his 4 blocks on the night. Second quarter, Heat by 11. Patrick Ewing, the Warrior. 16 points, 15 boards, cutting the Heat lead to 9. Late in the second, Heat up 11. Mourning again. Morning and the Heat shot 55% in that first half. Heat led by 11 at the break. To the third we go, Knicks battling back. Jamal Mashburn, his troubles continuing. One of 18 turnovers for Miami, Charlie Ward. Ward, nice feed to Larry Johnson, cutting the Heat lead to 9. The Heat only up 6 late in the third. Allen Houston, one of his finer moments in game 2. 2 of his 12 points. Knicks within 4. Pat Riley, well, he's seen this before. To the fourth, Heat up 11, though, and the Knicks this time falter. Allen Houston, one of his 6 turnovers. What about Latrell Sprewell? Called for the offensive foul. He had 4 turnovers. The Knicks had 15 turnovers in the game. Miami, not an issue. Alonzo, 26 points, 8 boards. Under 3 minutes to go. Last gas. Sprewell by Terry Porter for 2 of his 15. The lead, 8. Under 2 to go. Miami puts it away. Tim Hardaway, Dan Marley, 2 big threes for Thunder Dan down the stretch. Did in the Knicks as the Heat even the series, despite the obviously hurting Tim Hardaway going just 1 for 5 from the floor. Hardaway did have 11 assists. That's as many as the entire Knicks team. Miami supporting cast Key, Terry Porter, Clarence Weatherspoon combining for 20 points, while Sprewell and Houston, they blew up in a bad way, combining for 10 turnovers and 27 points. That's 17 fewer points than they scored in game 1.
If we're in the mentality that we're happy to leave here with a split, we got the wrong mentality. They're the best road team in the NBA over the last 3 years. And we had a chance tonight to go up 2-0. We didn't. They played a very good game. It's 1-1. Home court means nothing.
We're behind the 8 ball. That's the way it is. And you know, by not coming to play in game 1 and them playing the way they did, we got to go to New York and get a win. And we've been in this situation before. It's going to be difficult, but we got to get focused. And we've won in New York a number of times, so you know, we have to get our minds right, get our game together, and go up there and get a W.
More. How do you like it? How do you like it? Alonzo Mourning put up nearly identical numbers in the first 2 games of this series. So the rest of the team had to step up, and they did. Subtract Mourning, and the Heat shot 27%, scoring 48 points, but that was game 1. In game 2, they upped their game to 57 points on 46% shooting. And get this, Mourning has gone 10 for 16 from the field in both of these games.
Ice capades now, and the Blues could say the best thing to come out of their first 2 games in Dallas was the flight home. Had the flight not been delayed when the cabin of the plane filled with smoke, whether that was a harbinger that the Blues' chances likewise went up in smoke, largely depended on whether St. Louis could find a way to derail Dallas in the third period. The Stars had overcome final period deficits in 3 of their 6 playoff wins and hadn't allowed the Blues to score in the third period of this series. The Golden Brett Stars up 2-0 as he returned home, and welcome home, Holly. Okay, all right. First period Stars on the power play, which had been anemic in the playoffs, just 2 of 33. And what's the medicine for that? You bet. Brett Hull, second of the playoffs, both against St. Louis, 1-0 Dallas. Still in the first, Jamie Langenbrunner turns it over. Scott Pellerin to Scott Young. Young a blast. Belfort got just a piece, and the post helped him out. Second period tied at 1. Stars having trouble taking care of the puck. Pierre Turgeon, the poke check on Sergei Zubov. Turgeon skates in, but Belfort's there. 15-second period saves for him. Yet another Dallas turnover. Langenbrunner this time. Young to steal. Sets up Pellerin this time. And Pellerin found the side of the net rather than the back. Third period, we are tied at 1. Derek Plant loses the puck. Jochen Heck, Pavel Demitra. Terrific move, and what the heck? A sweet backhander. First ever playoff goal for him. 15th different Blues player to score in the playoffs. That's tops in the league. Still in the third. Blues can't clear the zone. Here come the Stars coming from behind in the third one more time. Fuhr made a save, but it got knocked around. Originally, the goal was given to Grant Marshall. Check it out again. You'll see it went off of Marshall's stick, and Daryl Sador picking it cleanly for the goal. We go to overtime, where Dallas was unbeaten in its last 5. Less than 3 minutes in, the Blues. Jeff Portnoy finds Pavel Demitra, leading scorer in the regular season, comes up large. That is your puck game. 3-2. The Blues win it, and St. Louis is back in it, trailing 2-1. And that streak of 5 straight overtime wins for Dallas is over. 6 of Dallas's 7 playoff games have been decided by 1 goal. Now, Dimitra broke a 4-game goal-scoring slump in Game 2. He entered the game with a team worst -4, but most importantly in this one, he kept his team from going -3 in the series. Now, Dimitra led the Blues in virtually every offensive category in the regular season. It's carried over to a large degree in the playoffs despite that slump. But the site is really nothing new to the Stars. Dimitra, 12 points in 7 games against the NHL's top team, and all of these figures listed lead the Blues. You'll hear from the man who shot down the Stars a little later in the show.
The toxicology report on Steve Chiasson was made public Monday. It showed the Carolina Hurricanes defenseman was drunk when he was thrown from his pickup truck in a single-car accident in Raleigh last week. Chiasson's blood alcohol level was .27. That's more than 3 times the legal limit in the state. His teammate and his friend, Kevin Dineen, talked Monday about the night Chiasson was killed.
We had made plans, and unfortunately, I was out with Steve, and we were out in the garage, and we were talking, and I was smoking a cigar, and that's why we were out in the garage. And Steve stated that he was. I said I'm ready to go home and see the kids, and that's was the direct result. Is he wanted to go home and see his family, and he made the decision himself to go home, and obviously it was a bad decision.
Chiasson, who wasn't wearing a seatbelt, was traveling 74 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. Said Shannon Page, a spokesman for the state chapter of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, while we definitely feel for his family and his friends, he was 3.5 times over the legal limit. We're grateful he didn't kill anyone else.
Contrary to the original report in which authorities said they did not suspect drugs were to blame for Mark Tuinei's death, it now appears that was precisely the reason. The former Cowboys tackle injected heroin and took the stimulant ecstasy just hours before his death, according to an affidavit given by Cowboy fullback Nicky Solua. ESPN obtained a copy of the document which police used to get a warrant to search Tuinei's home. According to police documents, their search found marijuana, a marijuana cigarette, a cell phone containing phone numbers of the source of the illegally controlled substances, and a white tablet. Police have not said whether that tablet was ecstasy. A toxicology report on Tuinei's death is expected on Tuesday. Still to come here on SportsCenter. Well, you've seen some hockey highlights. You've seen Nomar go yard 3 times, but could the top hat trick of the night still be ahead? Justice and the Tribe try to cool the O's. John Smoltz has been the giant of the Braves staff. That doesn't mean facing the Giants isn't fraught with problems. And Dikembe has been known to wag the finger. Could he and the Hawks wag 2 fingers at the Pistons?
It's green. It's green. It's green. The all-new Volkswagen Golf. It's smarter looking, at least.
That's one race that I wish I could run over one more time.
The legendary Daytona 500 has broken a lot of hearts.
I was way out front in 1981, and that thing ran out of gas.
In 74, I blew a tire with 12 laps to go.
But the biggest heartbreak of all would be trying to get into Daytona International Speedway using an American Express card. So if you want to enjoy the heart-pounding excitement of Daytona, bring your Visa card, official card of NASCAR.
My girlfriend let me here at Daytona. I sure miss that car.
A team of scientists have created a portal to a simulated universe.
I think one of them units crawled up an extension cord and killed its maker.
But what they couldn't anticipate...
What's this all about? Murder.
...is that the experiment...
This is a mistake. These people are real.
...would have a mind of its own. The 13th floor.
You could call it the end of the world.
Rated R. Opens everywhere May 28th.
Oh, well, it's clear to me these people have a powerful color sense. This emerald luminescence with hints of silver. Oh, eggshell taupe sea mist. They're very nice and perfectly respectable, but rolling rock green. It's a hard color to mix, but when you get it right, just looking at it makes you happier. I feel very good right now. Norm, huh?
SportsCenter is brought to you by Rolling Rock, a unique state of beer.
In Atlanta, the talk was, could the Hawks actually lead a playoff series 2-0 for the first time in 11 years? The talk in Detroit, elbows and noses. The elbows belonging to Dikembe Mutombo and the 3 noses he broke during the regular season. Plus, the 2 he came close to breaking in Game 1. Lindsey Hunter suffering a badly bruised right eye. Christian Laettner taking a blow to the face. No foul was called in either play, said Pistons coach Alvin Gentry. It's got to stop one way or another. To Atlanta,
as well.
Lindsey Hunter, the mark of Dikembe. Hawks a bit thin at forward. Allen Henderson out with an eye abrasion. Don't blame Big D on that one. One of the Hawks' healthy forwards, Chris Crawford, goes up for the tip, and it's good, but he hurts his shoulder going down hard. Crawford did not come back. Minor separation of the right shoulder. The Hawks' big man in the middle carrying the load. He doesn't mind. He just wants to win a championship. Jam and the foul. Dikembe 7 for 7, 15 points. That's in the first half. Hawks up 6 in the second half. Mookie Blaylock pushing it. Steve Smith, he scored 11 of his 21 in that third, where the Hawks went wild in that third period. Pistons can't get it going. Dikembe doesn't let it happen, swatting it away from Laettner. A few possessions later, Laettner is going to try again. This time it's Grant Long with a block. Hawks holding the Pistons to 10 points in that third. Bison Dele, foul trouble. Dikembe exploiting the middle. No one could put a body on this guy. Working in the post on Reed. Reed goes down. Mutombo jams it. Hawks up big in the fourth. Then Laettner, he gives it a shot. Nice try. Well, not really. Pistons coach Alvin Gentry said later, we're going to have to put all 5 guys on this guy. Laettner on Dikembe again. The move underneath, that's easy. A career playoff high 28 points. Pistons blown out in the Georgia Dome for the second straight game. Just 15 points for Grant Hill. So for the second straight game, the Hawks win, and they win easily by 20. Detroit sets a new playoff low in points for the second straight game. Bottom line, the Pistons don't have anybody to put a body on Dikembe Mutombo. In 2 games, the Big D has scored 45 points and pulled down 32 rebounds.
And I have to say, it's everybody's fault. Everybody, I mean, like I said, it's the coach's fault, it's the players' fault, but, you know, you can't have that kind of effort in the playoffs. You just can't do it. It's so unfair to everybody that's supposed to be our fans. Or anybody that's associated with our team. Is really unfair to them.
Alrighty then. Want more proof? The NBA scoring is down. The Pistons have scored just 139 points over their first 2 playoff games this season. That's the second fewest points scored over consecutive games in the postseason since the shot clock's inception back in 54-55. Now get this. The top 5 worst performances have come in the last 3 postseasons. Coincidence or disturbing trend? It is mind-boggling how dominant John Smoltz has been. I'm not talking just this season, where he leads the NL in ERA with a 1.69 average and a 5-0 record. No. I'm talking about the numbers Smoltz has posted since last year's All-Star break. How about a 17-1 record, an ERA of 2.12, not to mention a batting average of 255. A potential bubble buster came Monday. The Braves ace taking the mound against the Giants, the team Smoltz owns a 10-13 record against, his worst against any National League club. To San Francisco.
That's true.
There's Smoltz. Brett Boone facing Russ Ortiz. Having a really good season this year is Ortiz, but Boone says, well, that's impressive, but who cares? Number 6 on the year for Boone. He has a 13-game hitting streak. Bottom 1, Ellis Burks against Smoltz. 2 on, nobody out. And Burks wondering, where are my dogs at? Number 5 for Ellis, a 3-run home run, putting San Francisco up 3-1. To the 5th, Marvin Bernard against Smoltz. The bunt toward 3rd, Eddie Perez. Who is he throwing to? We go to 2nd on that play. Check out the replay. Hits home plate actually should be foul, and Bobby Karks has a case. He argues, and he's gone. Andrew Jones. Infield single, Rich Aurelia overthrows it, so Jones is safe, but watch JT Snow tag Jones, and they call him out. Can we see a replay just in case he has stepped out for beverage? This was actually called a turn towards 2nd, and, you know, Bobby Cox is still screaming from off the field. Wasn't he ejected? Giants win 4-1. Smoltz, he allows just 2 hits after that 3-run blast by Burks, but it was enough as Smoltz lost for the first time in 11 starts dating back to August 31st of last year. Ortiz allowing 1 run on 4 hits over 8 innings to win his 4th straight start as the Braves have dropped 4 of 6. Dodgers fresh off dropping 2 or 3 to the Marlins hosting the Cubs. 1-0 Cubs, man on first, Jose Hernandez. Comebacker, Ishmael Valdez, great catch, double play. Take another look. You might have been walking the dog. Valdez. Now hits it up right to himself. Glove save and a beauty. Great catch. Bottom 6-2-1 Dodgers. Raul Mondesi already with a 2-run homer, looking for another. Steve Chiasson. I'm going to tell you in a couple of minutes why Mondesi loves hitting against Steve Chiasson. That's a tease for you, right, Rece? But the Dodgers up 4-1. Top of the ninth, 4-3 Dodgers. Tying run at first, Jeff Shaw. They need him. Striking out Benito Santiago, and the Dodgers hang on by the score of 4-3. Now, what about Raul Mondesi, you wonder? Not only it's his 10th career multi-home run game, but that was his 6th home run in his career against Steve Chiasson. His most against any pitcher. And the Cubs, meantime, have lost 5 of the last 7.
The conundrum of pitching to Manny Ramirez was summed up by teammate Dave Burba thusly. You make a decent pitch, he gets a hit. You make a bad pitch, you don't get the ball back. Tribe Slugger has worked that theory for a big league leading 41 RBIs in just 30 games. But little has worked against Juan Guzman, against whom Ramirez had never driven in a run. Batting just .091, but the O's won 6 out of 7. David Justice, meanwhile, 2-0 Orioles, 1 on, 1 out. Justice figures out Guzman. David takes it out, and check out the groundskeeper. Oh, that's just a groundskeeper getting it done with the lid. Tied at 2, worth another peek. Souvenir. Yes, sir. Bottom 5, 4-3 Orioles. Ramirez, who's been ripping everything. When it's going right, it's going right. A little squibber that scored Richie Sexton, and we are tied at 4. Next batter is Will Cordero. Base is still full, and Cordero rips one. B.J. Suroff. B.J. crashing into the wall of voodoo, making the catch, still tied at 4. Bottom 8 now, it's 5-4. Cordero this time. Make sure nobody will reel it in. His 4th job of the year. Indians go on to win it 6-4. Robbie Alomar actually drove in the go-ahead run with a sacrifice fly to former Oriole. This just moments after former Indian Albert Bell got picked off by Sandy Alomar in the 7th and was serenaded by the infamous Joey chant. 6-4 the final. O's lose for just the 2nd time in 8 games. Burba got the win, going 7. He gave up 4 runs and struck out 4. Ramirez, 42 RBIs on the season. Omar Vizquel, by the way, back in the lineup for the Tribe after missing 6 games with a bad thigh.
Coming up, the Giants' Jesse Armstead has 33 million reasons to show up at minicamp. Find out about that just ahead. Also ahead, can Isaiah Ryder and the Blazers go up 2-0 on the Suns? Highlights on this game coming up.
Guess what's about to hit your mailbox? Cablevision's money-saving coupons are on the way, featuring special offers from your favorite area retailers. From apparel to internet access, autos to restaurants, cards and gifts, electronics, home improvements, and jewelry. Cablevision's money-saving coupons have something for everyone. So head to your mailbox, but don't stand too close. And look for Cablevision's money-saving coupons.
The odds of having quadruplets are 1 in 650,000. The odds of having 2 sets of quadruplets, probably 1 in a billion. So what do you think the odds are of having 3 sets of quadruplets? Well, let's just say at the Valley Hospital in Ridgewood, New Jersey, we beat the odds.
Tomorrow on ESPN, SportsCenter, followed by Colorado-Detroit Game 3 and Baseball Tonight. On ESPN2, RPM Tonight, followed by Game 3 in the Toronto-Pittsburgh Playoff Series and NHL Tonight. And on ESPN Classic, NFL Films Championship Games, Sugar Ray's Hit Parade, and Big Fights Boxing Hour. Do you have all the ESPN networks?
Believe it or not, Kari Webb almost overslept past her tee time for Monday's back nine shootout in the storm-delayed Mercury title holder. She made it, won her 4th tournament of the year, tying the tournament record. Webb, let's face it, she's having a more dominant year than David Duval. Her worst finish is a tie for 8th this year. Her earnings so far more than double than anyone else on the tour this season.
Already seemingly relegated, being the 2nd most important race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, could the Indianapolis 500 be just 16 months away from being ranked 3rd? The date has been set for Formula One's return to the United States, September 24th, 2000. That's pending approval from F1's governing body. The U.S. Grand Prix joins Winston Cup's Brickyard 400 and possibly upstaging the Indy 500. Indy is uprooting much of the old speedway to accommodate F1. Included in the expansion, some new garages, new suites, a new scoring tower, all kinds of new things, and a new 13-turn road course, which will use part of the existing oval and winds its way through the infield. Well, two of the largest speedway owners in the country will merge into one superpower. International Speedway Corporation and Penske Motorsports will become one. The $700 million deal means ISC will own or operate 10 speedways, including some which host many of NASCAR's premier events. Daytona, Talladega, California, and Michigan are on the list. Richmond is not on the list. That doesn't mean it will lack excitement. At this race last year, Rusty Wallace put Jeff Gordon into the wall of voodoo and returned to the scene Saturday night here on the network.
Coming up, what about Mark McGwire? Remember, this season, just 6 home runs in 30 games. Could he improve on that on Monday? Plus, do the Suns have an answer for Brian Grant and the Blazers? This is SportsCenter.
The X Games. The only extreme event that matters. The X Games, June 27th to July 5th. Presented by Taco Bell.
He's a smooth ladies' man with one thing on his mind. He's a nacho-loving fool. Don't stand between the man and his chicken. Oh, yeah. Fungalicious.
Right now, grilled chicken nachos Bel Grande are just one of the great new ways you too can love chicken at Taco Bell.
Chicken nacho.
At ERA, we believe real estate isn't just about property. It's about people, understanding their needs, doing whatever it takes. It's helping the Perez family get a mortgage for their first home, then finding their movers, home warranty, even their home security system. It's giving the Simpsons an online profile of neighborhoods and school systems and helping them make sense of it all. Every time we help someone buy or sell a home, we help write a new chapter in their lives. ERA Real Estate.
You know, these days, lots of deodorants are talking antibacterial protection. Fact is, every deodorant is antibacterial, so it's not about that at all. It's about whose deodorant lasts longer. High Endurance. Its 24-hour formula evaporates less quickly than the leading stick. Old Spice guarantees it, or they'll buy you a stick of yours. If you want odor protection that really lasts, High Endurance exceeds the need.
Little football now. Jesse Armstead was planning to go to minicamp anyway on Tuesday. He's just going to arrive happier now. The Giant backer has a new deal, $33 million over 7 years, $6 million up front. Armstead, who had 4 years left on his old contract, which was ripped up, earned the new deal by leading the Giants in tackles for the last 3 years.
Poetry it was not. In fact, the verbal sparring between Ron Gant and Tony La Russa this past spring, well, it was quite ugly. The makeover began Monday when Gant and the Phillies visited La Russa and the Cardinals for the first time since the trade of Gant last November. If that's not enough, this game marked the first time J.D. Drew was facing the Phillies, the team which drafted him, the team he held out for a year against, the team he chose not to play for, the team which now can't stand him. And guess what? Drew was not in the starting lineup. It's a quad problem, they say. Tony La Russa watching Ron Gant's first at bat back in St. Louis, and not much there. Gant grounds out to short. Gant 0 for 3, and Cards fans made him feel right at home by booing him. Gant watching the other left fielder, showing some fine D. Desi Relaford, Ray Langford, nice catch. Cards down 2-0. Mark McGwire says not anymore. His first home run at Busch Stadium since April 11th. Only the second homer allowed by Carlton Lower this year, with tied at 2 on Big Mac's 7th. It was 3-2 Cards in the 8th. Bases full. Fernando Tatis likes this situation. He'll take that. His one and only hit of the night drove in 2, and it was 5-2 St. Louis. Top of the 9th. Phil's down 3. Bases loaded for Rico Brogna. 1 out. Scott Radinsky. induces the game-ending 4-6-3 double play as Radinsky comes to the rescue of Ricky Bottalico, who struggled. Radinsky's third save, 5-2 the final there as the Cardinals find a way. What about Bottenfield? He wins his 5th game. The last time he ties his career high with his 5th win. Brought back wonderful memories when he went 5-10 in 1993 playing for Montreal in Colorado.
Luke Longley's favorite catchphrase is "no worries." That phrase did not apply Saturday when his Suns had a couple of big worries. Luke's primary trouble, Arvydas Sabonis, who had 12 points, 8 boards, 8 dimes, 3 blocks, and 3 steals while holding Longley to 2 points. The Suns' biggest worry overall, J.R. Rider, who lit up Phoenix for a career-high 25. No worries? Says Luke, we will if we don't get a game on Monday. Off to the Rose Garden. Blazers up 1-0 first quarter. Phoenix comes out cold. Googs with the miss, and Portland's going to take that and run with it. Damon
20 seconds to play.
Finding Rasheed for the stuff. Blazers up by 13. Wallace with 21 points on the night. Into the first quarter, Isaiah Rider had a huge game. Isaiah J.R. calling me the one. Knocks it down at the buzzer, 33-17 after one. Second quarter more from the Blazers. Stoudemire was just getting it done. Dishing inside Brian Grant, baptizes it. 22, a career playoff high. 13 assists for Damon. Blazers by 14. Suns would fight back. At Garrity, seeing it and being it. He had 10 at the half. Suns down just 5. Third quarter, still fighting back. Kidd, McLeod drains the triple. Suns down 3, but they would not get any closer than that. More from Damon. Damon weaving around, working the corner, and finally taking it himself, and sweet move along the baseline. Damon finished up with 22, Blazers by 9. And in the fourth, the Blazers getting some help off the bench. Jimmy Jackson. Oh, that's a nice weapon to bring off the bench. A dozen for him. The Blazers go on to win it 110-99. Arvydas only had 2 points in this game, and he still outscored Luke, who went scoreless. Ryder finished up with 17 this time. The important thing, Portland shot 71% in the first quarter, 57% from the game. They're unbeaten against the Suns this year, swept them in the regular season as well. And Danny Ainge knows that his team is going to have to shoot better to avoid the playoff sweep as well.
I felt good at halftime. I felt good, halfway through the third. I felt good toward the end of the third. It was we hit a really bad spell. And, I gave their defense a great deal of credit in game one. I really felt that we had really good looks. Shots that we wanted, shots that we had been making to get us back in the game, and we just hit a cold spell. And, that's what happens when you're shooting a lot of perimeter shots.
Well, they're down 2-0, but Pat Riley and the Heat all even. Riley implored his team to play like a #1 seed, and they did. How they got even with the Knicks coming up later on the show.
Also coming up, it's called Subtraction by Addition, why Steve Yzerman may have to miss the Wings' next game against the Avalanche. And the Diamondbacks always, you know this, they always have a shot when Randy Johnson takes the mound. Monday's action at the Bob ahead.
I'm an engineer,
an architect, a CEO who needed, had to have notebook computers,
preloaded with a powerful, easy-to-use, reliable business operating system. So I called Dell. Dell pre-installed Windows NT Workstation on custom-built Latitude notebooks.
Dell pioneered this direct way of providing solutions, which is good. It's genius.
Be direct. Dell. Dell notebooks use Intel Pentium 2 processors.
The soft drink syndicate knows there's still some people who resist them.
Coupons in Sector 3, sir.